Has the ball now for Russia. Verishnikov. Both men among the goals in the opening match. Markim also scored and picked up a yellow card in that first game against Croatia. Yaramenko. This is going to be a real test for Costa Rica. Verishnikov, Markim. And now the first touch of the ball for Costa Rica. The 20-year-old Chavez. Solis. Costa Rica qualifying for the World Championships for the very first time and winning at their first attempt against Australia. They did play by invitation in Hong Kong 8 years ago, but the first time they've gone through the qualifiers and they are here by their own rights. So a terrific start for Costa Rica. Now this is a big test though. Russia, another step up from Australia. Oleg Beryov. Just a little deflection and taken by Salas. Randall Salas in goal for Costa Rica. Costa Rica in the red. Chavez almost loses it. And Salas will take it again. The 29-year-old. Goal after sitting out the first game. Pecador, and once again he's back in the action. So all the play so far has been in the Costa Rican half, and under some pressure for a moment before it was cleared back to the halfway. Verishnikov unable to keep the ball in play. It will be a Costa Rican possession. From the halfway. Russia looking very strong in this group. They have Australia still to play, and they would certainly be expecting to take the points there. Change being made for Russia. Number 14, Kachuk, comes on and takes the ball immediately, replacing Yaramenko. Vereshnikov coming off as well, and Agafonov going on. So unlimited substitutions, a 14-man squad, and it really does create great flexibility for the coaches. Beli is out there, number 10. Shot on goal, first goal to Russia. Kachuk has been out there for a matter of 15 seconds, and he has scored the opening goal of the match. Wonderful start for Russia. As we see it once again from Kachuk. 1-0 as Kachuk puts it home. Well, that is the start that Russia wanted, and they've been threatening. But that will be a free kick going the way of Costa-Rica. They have a chance to build something up here. Solis runs onto it, drives hard, and straight into Denisov. Well, the first time they've really gone forward, and they know that this is going to be a tough match. So Kachuk, the man who scored the goal, after coming straight onto the pitch. And now he gets another one! Oh no, it's Beli! Beli gets the second one for Russia. Well, Beli has been out there a matter of moments as well. Well, what a start. 2-0 the scoreline for Russia over Costa Rica. Kachuk first, and then it was Beli on the end of this little pass from Chuganov, and Beli was able to beat the keeper, Salas. Beli is the man with the ball now. The goal scorer taken away by his opposite number 10 in Chavez. Chavez deflecting off Beli. A corner for Costa Rica. There's the man who scored the second goal. Chavez. Well, what a start for Russia. They did struggle against Croatia in the first game, in the first half. 0-0 at half-time before they kicked 4 in the second and won it 4-2. Chavez. But this has been an extraordinary start. 2 goals in the opening 2 minutes. And an almighty test now for Costa Rica. Mark him. Oleg Perov. Yeramenko is back there. My word, Coach Bondarev has been making plenty of changes in the first 3.5 minutes. Yeramenko. Vereshnikov is back there as well. Takes his own deflection. Oleg Perov, Vereshnikov. Now mark him. Vereshnikov, who's going to shoot? Markham perhaps into the net. Over the goal line. The keeper was on the floor waiting, trying to get his hands on it. And Randall Salas has had a nightmare of a start. Vereshnikov, taken away by Chavez for Costa Rica. Run Markham, shoots. Oh, nice shot from the left side. But Denisov quickly there. Chance again, Russia, number 3. Oleg Perov. 3 goals for Russia in the first 5.25 minutes. Oh, the Russian bench is delighted. Let's have a look at it once again. Oleg Perov, they created space. And Oleg Perov running onto it in the 6th minute. 3-0 to Russia. Yeramenko, they may get another here. Markham, once again. This time it's going to be cleared away by Chavez. Pass just wide. Pekado trying to run onto it, but Oleg Perov scoring his first goal of the match. He scored against Croatia as well. Yarmolenko. Well, interesting, the 3 goal scorers so far for Russia were not in the score sheet in the first match against Croatia when 4 players scored. So already in a little over one game and the start of another, 7 players are on the score sheet. Magnificent spread of goals. A foul against Russia. Solis, Chavez, deflection, it'll be a corner. Reminder that both sides, once they accumulate 5 fouls, 5 direct free kicks, then they will send their opponents to the 10-metre line for a penalty. It's a long way off yet. Chavez, he's got 2 to beat and can't do it. Over the line, goal kick coming up. It's going to be a throw instead by Denisov. He was looking for the fast break there from Oleg Berov. At the other end, Solis. Chavez was the target at the pass, but couldn't make it. Yarmolenko. Oleg Berov out wide. Just a little too slow. Mark him. Randall Salas again under enormous pressure. Yarmolenko. Agafonov. He was one of those players who did score. So too Yarmolenko, who's taking a break. And mark him as well. Perry comes back on. So too Kachuk. So 2 of the players who have scored goals back in the action. Kachuk. Once again, Chavez involved in just about all the plays for Costa Rica down the right side. But after 7 minutes, it's Russia 3, Costa Rica 0. Chavez still going. He's clever with the ball. Big, tall player. Perry, Kachuk, and Agafonov. Down the left side. Big break on now for Kubetskov. Nice run. Kachuk eventually. As we see it once again, finally the cross came in, but the keeper Salas equal to it. Well, what a start by Russia. 4-2 winners in their opening match. And now getting goals almost at will in the second as Agafonov was tempted to have a shot and ended up deflecting for a corner. Kachuk, Agafonov, Perry, Agafonov, it was knocked away. It'll be a Russian ball. Well, they're getting all the possession at the moment, the Russians. Just wide, Kachuk, a 26-year-old. He's one of 10 players from Dino Moscow, and that statistic tells the story. 60% possession as opposed to 40%. And the 40% for Costa Rica has been when they're under pressure. So very little possession for the newcomers to the World Championships. They won their qualifying tournament as we watch Perry again trying to keep it in play. Salas off his hands. Corner. It's going to be taken by Kachuk. Back to Kachuk, and he'll have another corner. Well, one wonders how many goals Russia can put on by half-time. Agafonov, they're just lining up to have a shot at the goalkeeper Salas. They've beaten him 3 times. Kachuk on the end of the pass. Perry. It's quite a different approach too, as we saw against Croatia. It was a very patient game in the first half. A game of defences. Not so here. It's a very attacking Russian side we're seeing. Many options up forward. Alekberov, Yeremenko. He's one of the better players, or the very best players, I should say, in this Russian side. Number 2 out here on the right side. That's where the pass goes from Verishnikov. Alekberov back to Verishnikov. Now Yeremenko on the left. It bypass. Oh, that was a lovely move. The pass went to mark him as Yeremenko switched from right to left side, and he just missed it as it was put into the centre. Juarez, number 7, out there now for Costa Rica. This is Asay, number 2. Yeremenko. Out to the right side. Kept in play just by Alekberov. And the time in possession continues to build for the Russians, 60%. Verishnikov taken away this time. Juarez was a fine player in the opening match against Australia. Not in the starting 5 here, but he's in the action right now. Carvajal, the captain. Well, the intention was for Juarez. And nothing going right for Costa Rica at the moment. Under pressure with their passing. Mark him. Yeremenko. Onto the left is Yeremenko. Into the side of the net. Difficult angle. 2 defenders to beat. Randall Salas sending the ball to Pecador. Yellow carded in the opening match. Carvajal. Juarez can go to Pecador, and that's the way he does go. But they're going backwards. There's no one creating at the moment. Now Carvajal! Still there, and now knocked over the line. Well, it was a good save by Denisov under pressure, but it didn't go out of play. It was just sitting there. Let's have a look at Carvajal again. And having said there were no opportunities, Carvajal found some space and a wonderful diving stop. So Denisov in good form for Russia. The first time he's been called into action. Perry, Agafonov. Once again, up to the left from Agafonov. Well, the scoring has slowed down, thankfully for Costa Rica, because Russia scored in the opening minute, again in the second minute, and again in the 6th. Kachuk, Perry, and Alekberov, the scorers, to give them that scoreline of 3-0. 9 minutes out from half-time. Perry, good space down the right side, Agafonov. Pass would have been too late. Held it up, Perry. Juarez missing it, but Carvajal offering support. Out of play. Costa Rican captain, Carvajal. Betskov. Both sides entitled to 1 timeout per half. The Russians pretty happy with the way things are going, as you could imagine. Pecador. And nothing coming from it. Perry was the target, but a good break here for Costa Rica. Who's supporting Pecador? Carvajal! Oh, Pecador wasn't sure whether he should shoot it himself. He hesitated. Perry! He loses the ball at the other end. Well, that was another big chance for Costa Rica, and they go forward again. It was a similar break to that one a moment ago. Something for the Russian defence to think about, and Carvajal trying to get there. In the end, it was Alejandro Alpizar. And just the finishing letting Costa Rica down on those fast breaks. Kachuk still there, and it hits the woodwork. Kubetskov. So close. Kubetskov putting the ball past the keeper and into the left upright. Nearly 4-0, Kachuk. More substitutions being made for Russia. Yeremenko will come back into the action, replacing Agafonov, and takes the ball straight away. Verishnikov also going on, replacing Kubetskov, and Kachuk is off. The man who replaced him, Markham, has the ball right now. Verishnikov, Markham almost, but Juarez in the way. Markham back, Yeremenko! Powerful shot, just missing. He has got a powerful boot, has Yeremenko. Verishnikov, still 3-0 to Russia against Costa Rica, this Group C encounter. This match is being played at Teodoro Flores. 2 venues are being used for Guatemala 2000. The other is El Domo, the main stadium, featuring matches in Group A and B. And of course the finals later on. Verishnikov, Yeremenko, they're lining up, Markham, Yeremenko over the top. Alpizar, this is Gilberto Alpizar, still there, save from Denisov. Well, a couple of half chances coming Costa Rica's way, but look at the attempts on goal. It's 9-3 Russia's way, and more to come. Yeremenko. Still with Russia. After the deflection, Markham. Markham making room down the right. Now he gets around. Off the foot there of Alejandro Alpizar. Yeremenko under some pressure. And against Solis. Accumulated fouls now up to 3 against Costa Rica. 1 against Russia, so everything with Russia at the moment. Markham, Yeremenko, back to Markham, down he goes. No whistle. Yeremenko bounces up and looks at referee Andy Wong. He was expecting another foul to be called. Valverde, first time he's been on. One of the goal scorers in the first match. Still the score is 3-0 to Russia. Markham. Costa Rica a little clumsy in defence. Verishnikov. Once again, some nervous moments for this man Salas. Good save at the other end, Denisov. That was Valverde again who put the shot away. Not starting for Costa Rica as we have the timeout called. There's this shot put in by Valverde and good save. He's a strong, powerful man. And Denisov has pulled off a couple of very good saves. Yeremenko, one of the veterans of this Russian team, 30 years of age. In fact, 7 players are 30 or over in this very experienced Russian side. And 6 of their 14 players were members of the team that won the bronze medal in Spain at the last World Championships 4 years ago. Costa Rica Well, what can they do from here? Their coach, Carlos Queiroz, trying to urge them to tighten up in their defence and, of course, make the most of any half chances that come their way when they take the ball forward. Solis. And that's not taking advantage of it. In fact, this is real pressure again, one-on-one. Now it's two-on-one, and it's goal number 4. Kachuk scores again. Mihhail Bondiev applauding his team, but what a fast break that was. And there it was put away by Ondrej Kachuk. He scored the first goal of the match, and here he is just waiting to slot the second. All too easy for Russia, and they go forward again. Oleg Berov. 4-0 to Russia against Costa Rica. Well, I don't know what exactly the message was in the Costa Rican camp during the timeout. It clearly wasn't along those lines, as it saw Kachuk scoring again. Vereshnikov was waiting for the loose ball. In fact, Kachuk was there. 2 players down behind the play, one from either side, Perry and also Ake. So play is held up for just a moment. The Costa Rican player is okay. That's good news. He's gone off to receive treatment, and on the other side, it's Perry from Russia, who looks to be in some discomfort. But play to resume. Perry stretching the right leg, and hopefully he will be right to resume, because he's been a very good player. Chigunov to Akofono. Still with Russia. Let's have a look at this once again. And down goes the Costa Rican number 2, and also Perry. Both in the same incident. Just over 4 minutes away from half-time. Russia enjoying more freedom than they were given against Croatia, scoring 4 goals in the first 16 minutes. Loose passing, really helping the Russian cause and not helping Costa Rica at all. Chigunov. Now Akofono running to receive the pass again. It doesn't go his way. Pekadol. Alpazar still there. Decided to shoot himself when he had Pekadol coming through the middle. Kachuk. 2 goals for Ondrej Kachuk, the 26-year-old from Dynamo Moscow. They make it another here, straight into Salas. Well, you have to watch Boris Kubetskov. He has played a hand in a couple of these goals, and he almost had one himself there. As we look at the corners, Russia 6, Costa Rica 3. Pekadol. Diego Solis, the man they call the governor. He scored a hat-trick in a qualifying game against Nicaragua. Costa Rica could do with something like that right here. Going backwards, forced backwards. That was Fonseca. And Russia, at this moment, simply look a class above Costa Rica. Yeremenko. Oh, that was a clever straightening of the ball, but Oleg Berov not in the right spot. Denisov. Some frustration, a rare sign that for Russia. Mark him. Now Yarmolenko going through the middle, and another pass. It was intended there for Shagunov. They just passed the ball around so beautifully, chipping it from one side to the other, squaring it up, waiting for a runner coming through. And Shagunov almost had it on his lap. Chavez at the other end, never in control of the ball. Yarmolenko. Alekberov. Shagunov. Now mark him. Well, they're just deciding who is going to put the next goal on the board, and there's every likelihood they'll do that before half-time. Yarmolenko goes down, and it's against Chavez, and Carlos Chavez finds himself in a little bit of bother here. Chavez called out as we see the incident once again, a yellow card for Chavez. The 5th foul against Costa Rica. Yellow card against Chavez. Now, let's have a look. The wall in place. This is only the 5th foul. After number 5, there will be no wall, and the ball would go back a metre to the 10. Yarmolenko saved. He can go a second time. Passes it out wide. Now, a chance for Costa Rica to take it quickly downfield. Chavez can't beat the keeper. Into the side of the net. Chavez, the yellow card. A 20-year-old. Such a big future in the game, but he has found it difficult. This will be a wonderful learning lesson for him against the might of Russia, the European champions. There he is now. Solis. Pick it off. We'll go back to Solis. Inside the last 60 seconds, and Russia will build it up quickly again. Beley, who was injured a moment ago. Kachuk! Fumble from the keeper Salas. Well, the two small players, the two very speedy players, are the ones doing the damage for Russia. Kachuk putting the shot in. He's already scored twice. Beley was involved in that move as well. He scored once himself. So they're both very similar in style, Beley and Kachuk. In fact, he doesn't send the pass across to Kachuk. Decided to go to Agafonov. Now it's Kachuk. Beley, Kachuk. Well, that is clever play by Russia, and Randall Salas can thank his good fortune that wasn't put away for a hat-trick for Kachuk. They passed it around. Any number could have had a shot at goal. And finally, the goal was open, and Kachuk would be ruining a golden opportunity begging. Look at it. How did he miss that on the inside of the left boot and couldn't get it home? Half-time here at Teodoro Flores, and an outstanding performance by Russia in this Group C match against Costa Rica. At half-time, Russia leads Costa Rica 4-0. Kachuk has scored 2 goals, the first and the fourth. Beley, the other small player, the very speedy player I mentioned, who was down with an injury a few moments before half-time, scored 1, and Alekberov the other.
改正の考え方、フットサルの特徴を生かすスピーディーさを助長しよう、それからフェアプレーを確保しよう、これについてはですね、やはり3つぐらいなポイントがあるのかと思います。でその一つは、まずハーフウェイラインを越えてゴールキーパーがボールを投げていい。これまではハーフウェイラインを越えてゴールキーパーはボールを投げることができませんでした。やはりゴールキーパーというのは特殊な存在ですので、そのプレーには制限がありました。しかしながら今度の改正でゴールキーパーはトップのプレイヤーに直接正確なパスが投げられる。そうすればスピーディーにプレーが展開できる、あるいはそこから速い得点が生まれるということもあると思います。もう一つはそのフットサルのピッチというのは縦が40メートル、横が20メートル、大体そうなんですけども、このピッチを全て広く使うことができるんじゃないかと。2つ目のポイントです。自由な交代というものがより進められることになりました。今まではボールがインプレー中に自由に交代できるのはフィールドプレーヤーだけだったんですね。でこれがゴールキーパーも含められるということになりました。フットサルでは4秒ルールというものが適用されて、何でも早く観客や選手を飽きさせないような速いプレーが求められてますね。でゴールキーパーの交代についても、ボールがインプレー中にやっていいよということがあると思います。でこれはですね、フィールドプレーヤーがゴールキーパーのユニフォームを着て、ピッチに立って5人でプレーをする。もちろんそのゴールキーパーとしての資質が、能力というものが高くないんで、リスクではあると思うんですけども、逆に言うと攻撃的になると、こういうプレーができるようになったということがあると思います。もう一つ、3つ目となると思いますけれども、これまで、反則を1チーム6つ重ねると第2 PK ペナルティーマークから壁がないゴールキーパーと1対1のフリーキックが与えられました。でこの距離がこれまではゴールラインから12メートルのところでした。しかしながら今年の改正でゴールラインから10メートルのところになりました。10メートルというとやはりそこから壁がなくてゴールキーパーと1対1であれば非常に得点のチャンスが生まれると思います。これは得点のチャンスを増やすということでもあるんですけれども、やはり反則をより少なくしようと。フットサルというのはサッカーのそのエッセンスのようなゲームです。反則をなるべく少なくしてフェアプレーに徹して行ってくださいというようなところなのかと思います。
日本フットサル連盟はですね、本年今まで20数年の歴史の中で初めて改組再編という形を取らせていただきまして、全国の地域にの代表の理事を入れていただいて、それで各地域にまで全国展開ができるようにという組織を改編しました。その中で日本フットサル連盟がこれからやらなきゃいけないこととかということが自然と出てきたわけですけど、その中でやっぱり一番大事なことはリーグ戦を各地域でやっていただこうということに、決めましてですね、各地域にできるだけ早い時期にリーグ戦を展開していただいて、それでそのトータルの中でその上には日本を代表するリーグが将来的にできればというのが目標にですね、競技性の一つはそれがあります。それからもう一つは、普及ということではサッカーのファミリーがたくさん増えるように、我々の中で、いつでもどこでも誰でもという理念のもとにですね、多くの方がサッカーを愛し、それでフットサルの愛好者になっていただいてですね、サッカーファミリーを拡大していくというのが、一つの狙いであります。
He scored another soon afterwards. And that really has caused some problems for that Costa Rican bench. We can see Carlos Quiras, the coach. Andy Wong is the man in charge of the action as the second half is underway. And Costa Rica needing to do something very special here as Pecado got it across to Alpazar. Starting this second half, Solis, such a good player against Australia. The veteran, the 39-year-old, but Costa Rica finding out that Russia is a far different proposition to the Australians. Alpazar, the pass was just wide from the keeper, and Randall Salas still in goal. He wasn't in that position in the first match. He sat it out. Yaramenko, Russia on the attack once again, and Salas makes the save after Alec Berov put in the shot. It was Jose Garro as we have a look at this shot from Alec Berov, and straight to the goalkeeper. Jose Garro was the goalkeeper in the first match of the tournament for Costa Rica. Salas named to start this match, and despite the pressure applied by Russia, he still finds himself there. Pecado, taken away by Markham. Yaramenko missing again. Whoa. Randall Salas turns around and has a look and wipes his brow as Yaramenko just put it too high and wide. Hasn't quite been on target with his shooting today, Yaramenko. A renowned scorer. A couple of opportunities in the first half. Chavez just couldn't get the pass away to Solis. Now it finally goes over there. Alpazar. Markham. So the goal kick from Denisov. A fine goalkeeper is Denisov. He was the star of the European Championship final, saved 2 penalties in the victory over Spain. The shootout victory by the Russians to take the championship. Agafonov. Bili back to Agafonov. Katchuk was looking dangerous as well, but the pass didn't go his way. There he is. Now it's Katchuk. Score of 2 goals in the first half. Clever use of the ball. Agafonov. Patiently passing the ball around the Russians until they find a sign of cracking in that Costa Rican defense. Bili, it was almost there. It was a nice move by Bili. The Kubetskov pass was just a little wide. And there is the Costa Rican bench. Three goals in the first 6 minutes, so it could have been worse for Costa Rica had the Russians made more of their opportunities. They had some golden opportunities. 60% possession in the first half for Russia. Dominant performance. 40% of course for Costa Rica, but 40% largely under pressure. Solis. Juarez will take the ball from the side for Costa Rica. Costa Rica, no doubt, despite the scoreline, enjoying their outing at the World Championships. 4 World Championships, some 30 teams have taken part. Of course, 16 finalists each year, but it has been spread around. The 4th World Championships, the first back in 1989 in the Netherlands, and a total of 30 teams have had an opportunity at this level, and it really is wonderful for the development of futsal on the international stage. Kubetskov onto his left now. He's got support. Agafonov. Headed back. And Denisov a little sloppy in the take. It wasn't easy to his left. Now Perri getting through. Kachuk, that was supposed to be the recipient of Agafonov's pass. Agafonov from deep in the right corner tried to centre. No sign of his teammate. Some substitutions about to be made for Russia. 3 go to the bench. 3 fresh legs. Rather, 3 sets of fresh legs come on. Yeramenko. Markham. It's part of the reason why this game is so fast and so exciting. So many substitutions can be made. A squad of 14. And that, of course, means that there are 9 players sitting on the bench at any one time, ready to come on, as we see the incident against Flores. Salas. Chavez. Officers offering some support, but finding it difficult to do much with the ball, and that is disappointing for Costa Rica. But so much pressure applied by the Russians. And Carlos Queiroz very frustrated at the lack of opportunities his side can create. Chavez. A little too easy, the clearance, though, even with the goalkeeper coming well out, as Salas is at the other end. But look at the shots on goal, 15-4. Scoreline 4-0. Yeramenko. Chigunov, Yeramenko. Maybe this time Yeramenko. Markham couldn't put it past Salas. Yeramenko electing not to shoot. Tried to find Markham. Markham again. Yeramenko. This time out to the right side, Markham. Chigunov. Alec Berov. So Costa Rica now defending with plenty of spirit, forcing Russia backwards momentarily. Yeramenko into the side. Alec Berov intending to pass to Yeramenko, the big tall number 2. It was chopped off on the way towards him. And once again, Costa Rica getting themselves into trouble on the tackles. 5 accumulated fouls in the first half. This is the second against them in the second half. Rather, the first against them in the second half. Chavez. Denisov hasn't had too many problems tonight. Let's have another look at it. Alec Berov. Six minutes gone in the second half. The score as it was at half-time. Russia leading by 4 goals. They scored 4 goals in their opening match against Croatia. Conceded 2. But the way they are playing against Costa Rica, they are looking at a very big scoreline here. Perri losing the ball. Carvajal doing well. Perri again. Kubetskov out to Kachuk. Kachuk. Kubetskov. We can go to Agafonov. Agafonov! Oh, almost past the keeper. He virtually fell on the ball. And it ran back behind him. At the other end, Carvajal gets the goal. Well, a quick counter-attack from Costa Rica. And Jose Carvajal, the captain, gets the first score on the board for Costa Rica. A quick movement and straight past Denisov. And Carvajal makes it 4-1. Costa Rica on the board at last. Totally against the run of play. Carvajal giving his side some hope. And that's what can happen in the game of futsal so easily. Carvajal, his first goal. He scored a penalty against Australia. And now he gets his second goal of the tournament. It was the Russians on the attack, doing all the attacking, and then Costa Rica. We saw in the first half 4 shots, 4 attempts at goal, 4 shots on target. So making the most of any advances forward they do have. And Carvajal getting a goal against the run of play. Now they go forward again. Juarez, Denisov, Agafonov over the side. Well, suddenly Costa Rica buoyed. Still down by 3 goals. But when you trail so badly, you need to show a little bit more creativity going forward. That's how they got their first goal. Kachuk. Agafonov. Bealey back. And now Bealey again. Intended over the top. Chigunov was waiting for it. There's Valverde. Also a goal scorer in the opening match. Costa Rica have put so much energy and preparation into these World Championships. They started their qualifying campaign 2 years ago as Kachuk goes down very heavily with Carvajal. They pick themselves up, and this could get nasty. This could get very nasty. Pecado in the middle of it. And that was a heavy clash. It really was. And they weren't happy with each other. Costa Rica. Over the top, though, from Valverde. As we see that tangle of players once again. Two fouls against Russia. 1 against Costa Rica now. That was a wasted opportunity. Carvajal trying to cool things down. Still plenty of time for Costa Rica if they're good enough. Chigunov. Markin will take it from the side. What will Russia do after Costa Rica have scored for the first time in the match? Markham, Oleg Berov, now Chigunov. Haven't seen much of this man, Berezhnikov, over recent times. The captain for Russia, he's back in the action. And that's not necessarily a good sign for Costa Rica because he's a very creative player, the Russian captain. Chigunov to the aforementioned Berezhnikov. Oleg Berov! Oleg Berov! Into the side of the net. Randall Salas, Oleg Berov putting the shot just wide of the keeper. As we see the shot once again, and it didn't miss the woodwork by very much. It wasn't far off. Oleg Berov. Chigunov. Markin is waiting for the pass, but that was very, very clumsy by Carvajal. Or was it clumsy by Carvajal? It in fact has gone the other way. Well, I thought Carvajal was doing a lot of holding and pushing. And in fact, it's gone against Chigunov. Well, he was the man who went down, but I think there was some fault on both sides. Chavez losing the ball. Chigunov, out comes Salas. And it's against the keeper. He was outside his area. Chigunov was advancing. Salas advancing out of his goal. Free kick is going to be taken by Vereshnikov. We see it again. And the keeper advancing. Vereshnikov letting it go. They're moving it around. Markham. Alekberov. Markham again. Vereshnikov. And out of play. Tried to chip it over to Chigunov, who was waiting for it. It was far too high. So Russia, 3 fouls in the second half. Costa-Rika 2. 30 minutes have elapsed in this match. Of course, a game of 20 minutes of halves of actual playing time. Russia continuing to put on the pressure. They will take the free kick just outside the area. And Randall Salas wipes his brow again. Vereshnikov still must bypass the wall. He's got Alekberov and Markham. They have shown some creativity from this situation before. This time doesn't shoot. Alekberov, back it goes for Vereshnikov, but goes over the side. Markin. Back to Bealey, just to change the tempo a little as Bealey taps the ball backwards. Vereshnikov back to him now. Kachuk, as they'll work an attack from left to right. Markham and Vereshnikov go off. Kupetskov back on, along with Agafonov. Kachuk to Agafonov. Still with so much possession, the Russians. It's very difficult to score in any sport without the ball. Bealey down. And it's another foul against Costa Rica. Their third of the second half. Chavez was the culprit as Bealey was tumbling down. Kachuk, Bealey, lets it go. Agafonov hit the woodwork. Oh, that was close again. Salas trying to reach for it. As we see the shot from Agafonov. So close, halfway up the left upright. Russia still on 4 goals, as they were at half-time. And remarkably, Salas sees his team, who have scored the only goal of the second half, despite the opportunities that Russia have had. Bealey, Agafonov, back to Bealey is a good move. Bealey, oh no! Another one that has gone missing. It was a lovely move. Chavez at the other end, Costa Rica. Pecado. Solis, back to Solis from Chavez. Ricardo. And now, Kachuk goes down. Solis is the man. A yellow card for Solis. Yellow card for Solis. And this is why. The trip on Kachuk. Second yellow card of the match, Chavez. Earlier, Kachuk, Chigunov, Alekberov. Agafono took it over to the right side, and on the fast break, waiting for it, calling for it, Yeremenko. Alekberov also. Pekaro. Once again, the pressure applied by Russia as they take the ball forward, and then placing pressure on the attempted clearance by Costa-Rica. Yeremenko. Alekberov, Yeremenko can go back to Alekberov, and Yeremenko scores! Konstantin Yeremenko, a scorer in the first match for Russia, and now a scorer in the second as well. Yeremenko always looking so dangerous, and putting it right in the top of the net. It's 5-1 to Russia against Costa Rica. Once again, the lead, 4 goals. Well, wonderful effort by Yeremenko. And once again, Carvajal going in very, very hard. So 5 accumulated fouls now. Russia, another opportunity. Yeremenko was almost on the end of that work by Vereshnikov. 5 accumulated fouls against Costa Rica. So the next one could prove costly. Vereshnikov waiting, but in front Chavez. Vereshnikov getting possession. Yeremenko almost the header. Well, he made contact, but couldn't put it away. It's Costa Rica in foul trouble. 10-metre penalty for the next one. Good shot by Chavez. Good save, though, by Denisov. Forcing the corner. Flying save by the Russian keeper. Solis. Chavez back into the middle, but here comes Yeremenko running onto a loose ball down the right side, and it just ran over the line. The man who scored the last goal, goal number 5 for Russia. Inaken, number 13, into the action. Chavez passes to him now. Inaken goes down. Did it all himself, though. Yeremenko had support from Vereshnikov. Inaken is down. No whistle. Alekberov. Perry, as we see that incident again, but nothing in it really. Yeremenko was behind him, but I fancy it was the momentum of the Costa Rican that sent him down. Kachuk. (5-1) the score, as we are inside the last 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes of this match. Agafonov. He's one of the goal scorers in the early match. Kachuk has scored twice here. Pass goes his way. Kachuk over the top of Salas, causing no real problems. Timeout has been called. It's been called by Costa Rica. And Costa Rica have managed to score a goal themselves in the second half. Initially pulled one back. And now some words being exchanged out there between the Costa Ricans and also Kachuk. Kachuk and Kupastov were both out there, and some consternation about their presence towards the Costa Rican camp. In the game of futsal, the coaches are not permitted onto the field of play during the timeouts, these 60-second timeouts. The players are not permitted to leave the playing area either, so they meet at the line. The message is delivered. The timeout was called by Costa Rica, but obviously there was an important message delivered by Mihail Bondarav from the Russian camp as well. His side leading 5-1. Carvajal is a physical player, the number 8 for Costa Rica. Bouncing up again, Kachuk. Now Bealey. Agafonov. Kubitskov. They'll still have the ball, the Russians, despite the fact that that attack broke down. Again, the attack falling down. Costa Rica making the most of their very, very limited opportunities. Quickly back down the field, but Russia have had so many scoring opportunities. In fact, 19-6 the attempts on goal. Carvajal, I mentioned, such a physical player. Sometimes it works against him, sometimes it works against his opponents. But Carvajal is down at the moment and receiving some treatment for his right leg. There's Carvajal, and he was off balance as Kachuk came in and met him. Both legs in the air, and he fell down heavily. The captain of the Costa Rican team, Jose Carvajal. He goes off sore and sorry, and it's Russia who have the ball. That makes it even worse for him. Kubitskov. Bealey. Under 3.5 minutes remaining in this match. And Russia heading towards a victory in this Group C encounter. Agafonov. Again, he has it. And he has support from the right side. Bealey. Salas got a hand to it. The shot went in without any wonderful power, but it did make Salas stretch for it. And again, fired in. The toughest job in the game of futsal is that of goalkeeper. A small playing field, a game of high scores, and a game of many, many attempts. Solis. Valverde moving through the middle. Fonseca. Valverde now. Bealey on the break. Bealey kicked hopefully from a long way out. First time he's been out there, the number 8 for Russia. Yeremenko is back. And so too Alec Berov, who has been a fine player. Back he goes. A shot from the man who's just come on, Shukok. Making his presence felt very early. But he won't have too long to make an impression because there's only 2 minutes remaining. Another shot! Goal for Russia! 6-1 now. Markin gets his first of the match. With less than 2 minutes remaining, Russia continue to launch the attacks. And Mikael Markin is able to get past Randall Salas, the keeper, once again to give Russia the scoreline of 6-1. Yeremenko into the side of the net. He has scored once in the second half. And now Salas, slow to get back to his feet. I think he'll need a hot bath at the end of this one. Randall Salas. Fonseca. Quickly down the field once again. Yeremenko got past Salas. What was he doing all the way up there? Well, it often happens late in the game when desperate measures are called for. The goalkeeper goes out and becomes a fifth field player, and Yeremenko knew he was there. Just couldn't take the loose ball. Costa Rica, winners in their first game against Australia, 6-2. It's almost a full reversal of the score here. 6-1 Russia's way. Espinosa, haven't seen much of him in this match. Solis, the 39-year-old, who spends nearly all his time out on the pitch. So much relies upon his abilities. Chugunov. Shukok. Out he goes now to Chugunov. Alec Berov waits for it. Now it goes to him. Chugunov intended target, Fonseca in front of him. And within the last 30 seconds of the match, Costa Rica trying to build an attack. Espinosa. It's been a learning experience for Costa Rica, though. I say they have come up against a more formidable opponent, and a very impressive opponent at that. The Russians, the bronze medalists at the last World Championships. A belated shot put in by Valverde. At the other end, it's all over. A big win for Russia over Costa Rica. The scoreline 6-1. And really, Russia put the match pretty well beyond doubt in the first 6 minutes. There's the final score. After 3 minutes, after 6 minutes rather, it was 3-0. Russia 3, Costa Rica 0, and they end up winning it by 6-1. A vocal crowd here. The players say thank you very much for your support. And the Russian crowd will follow their team onto El Domo for the second part of the tournament. The Russians play their last game against Australia at El Domo. There was the goal scored by Carvajal. There was the goal from Yeremenko.